The greatest ideas have come from sitting on the toilet. Every day, some company, individual, or group is known for giving the public a load of bullshit. Come here to get your daily dose of shit by Alan Cousin. It's time you hear the shit everyone wants to know.
Hello everyone, and happy Friday. I say it again, happy Friday, or as I say, happy Friday. Because of course now the weekend is here, ladies and gentlemen. The 2 days that you get to say no work, and if you're really like me, time to explore and have fun. But of course, it all depends what you do, because some people like to just relax, do nothing. Some people like to go out and explore and have fun. Some people like to party. I mean, whatever it is, don't matter. All that matters is that you're off and you don't have to get up to go to work. Now, of course, I do feel bad for those of you who are working on the weekends, because not all of us are actually granted that opportunity and given that great blessing of working during the week and being off during the weekend. So for those of you who have to work tomorrow, I say this: I'm sorry you do, and I will do my very best to enjoy the weekend for you. I promise. So, anyway, today's topic of the day, as you are here for your daily dose of shit, honestly, I didn't have much going on today, because first of all, I was off. I took off today. Yes, I took my time and said, I'm going to take off. Because you know what? I earned it. I took it. Yes. So, I took the day off. But still, of course, even though you take the day off, whether you work or not work, you always still have to wind up in some time of that day on your toilet. And I did. And I took my little 20 minutes of relaxation and thought. I was like, well, what to think about today? And sure enough, you know what I thought about? How blessed I am. Because you know what? Sometimes you don't really think about this in life. You really don't really understand that you, unlike other people, may have a great life, and a lot of people don't think about that, because, see, one thing about life I've noticed, you never know what's going on in life, because we're all in our little bubble. And when I say we're all in our little bubble, what I mean is your neighborhood may be a nice neighborhood. So therefore, if your neighborhood is a nice neighborhood and you don't really see anything that occurs in your neighborhood that's negative, you really may not think about how negative the world may be, because you don't get to see it, because your neighborhood doesn't deal with it. So a lot of times people don't understand how really fortunate and blessed they are, because they don't see the other side of the world, or the other side of life, for those who are not as fortunate and not as blessed as they are. And so, with that being said, I thought about that. There was a time, I will never forget, I used to work 3 jobs. 3 jobs. I used to get 2 hours of sleep, basically. Now, granted, the 3 jobs brought me probably about $55,000 a year. So I had some money coming in, and of course I didn't have the ability to spend any of it, because I was always working anyway, so how could I spend anything, right? But the thing was, think about it, working 3 jobs, 2 hours of sleep a day. That literally means I was working about 110 hours a week to 120 hours. But I had a mission. I saw that I needed to get things done. I needed to get bills paid. I needed to find a way to get my life back because I got divorced. I was literally like $48,000 in debt. I couldn't even afford to live in my own home. I couldn't even afford to live in an apartment. I couldn't even afford to live in a studio apartment. Okay, so I had to get myself together. I had to find a way to once again get back on top. And trust me, the way I looked at it, I had to do it because guess what? I couldn't expect anybody else to do it for me. And so I did. And now, of course, years later, 10 years later to be exact, because, 10 years in July. So in July it would be 10 years, but now I'm doing quite well for myself. Now I'm okay. Now I don't have to work 3 jobs to make that kind of money. I mean, hell, I only have to work 1 job to make that almost the same amount of money. Plus, I make money on the side with my small business. So I'm doing well. And of course, I'm enjoying life. I don't have to worry about the bills being paid. I don't have to worry about having investments or having no money in the bank. I mean, it's nice now that I don't have to worry about these things. I don't have to worry about, cops, looking at me and thinking I'm a target, or, going in bad neighborhoods, or getting robbed, or, having a situation where gunshots could occur in my neighborhood. I mean, all that's gone now. So I'm living a nice life where I don't have to worry about any of that. Now, because I've been there, because I have friends that are still in those neighborhoods, I know that those things still go on. I know that there's still targeted situations of stereotypes with cops, and I know that there's still times where people are getting mugged, robbed, prostituted, kidnapped, or shot. I know that these things still happen day by day, and keep getting worse. But they're just not in my area, but I know because I have friends that they are in their areas, which then makes me to remind me every day how blessed I am. Because I am truly blessed that I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to worry about that. I mean, when we had the ice age here in 2000, and just recently in February, we had that whole ice storm, right, for like a week. When we had that ice storm for like a week, I drove out just to kind of go, see if I can go get some groceries real quick. We had cops on the corner making sure we were okay, making sure that if we did have a problem, they can help us and assist us. That's the kind of neighborhood I live in now, where we have police officers readily available to help us if necessarily in need. That was not my life years ago. I didn't have that kind of life. I didn't have a situation where if I needed something, I can get it done, or if I needed assistance would be there for me. So it just shows you as you progress in life and you do well in life and you get better, you have better opportunities and better situations, and you have better options, to be honest with you. And sometimes we get there and we forget where we came from. We forget about the past. We forget that there was a time we didn't have this, or there was a time we couldn't even afford this, and here we are now. It's not a problem at all. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that person that forgets where you come from, because then your mindset changes and the way you look at things change, and then you forget who you were. Therefore, you forget how you should be acting towards other people, and you start to lose respect for others, and you start to not have self-respect for yourself, because you start to get cocky, thinking that you are all that, and you're not really all that, or you're thinking I'm the shit. No, you're just human, just like everybody else. You may be making more money now, but you're still human. So don't think that you're better than anybody, because you're not. You're just doing better than them, but you're not better than them. And that's why I always look at myself, and I always remind myself where I came from and what I went through and how I had to fight to get where I am today, and had to achieve what I have today, because it wasn't given to me on a silver platter. I worked my ass off to get to where I am today. And now I'm here, and I don't plan on losing it, so I'm going to keep working my ass off to keep it. But I always remind myself, I am blessed. I am blessed because I am here And I don't have a situation where I have to worry about the things that I used to have to worry about in the past that were not in any way positive towards me mentally, physically, or emotionally. And so I just want to say to you all out there, just remind yourself that if you're doing well in life, if you have the ability where you can afford to pay your bills on time, where you have the ability that you're living in a nice neighborhood, or you have a nice car, or you take trips during the year, are you able to, go out in a nice restaurant? Don't take that for granted. And just remind yourself that you are blessed. That you have the ability to do these things. That you have the ability to be able to enjoy these things, these wants that you like to have, these desires. And you don't have to wonder about how it feels to do it because you're doing it. You don't have to wonder about, man, I wish I knew how it felt to go to New York, or man, I wish I knew how it felt to have a nice house, or man, I wish I knew how it felt to just go eat at a nice restaurant and have a great steak. No, you don't have to wonder. You're doing it, and you do it, and you enjoy it, and you can enjoy it because it's easy for you to afford now. Don't forget, though, it's easy for you to afford. Don't forget. Do not take it for granted because what goes up can always go down. So always remember self-respect for yourself, but most importantly, remember respect for others. Because trust me, the day you start disrespecting others is the day you're going to soon be disrespected yourself. And karma is a motherfucker. Because karma don't care who the fuck you are. Karma don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, female, male. It don't care. All it looks at is you done fucked up, so I gotta fuck you later. Or you doing a wonderful job and helping a lot of people, I gotta take care of you in a very good way later. That's all it's looking at, because whatever you do, whatever you say to others shall come back to you. Can I get an amen? Yes. Amen. So that's why I always take it and make it a priority to myself to say, Alan, you are blessed. Don't take this for granted. Alan, you can afford this. Don't take this for granted. Alan, look at your life. Look how great it is. Don't take this for granted. And I don't. That's why when I see opportunity to help others, I do. Because some people, yeah, there are some con artists out there and scammers out there, and you got to watch out for them, unfortunately. But then there's other people that genuinely need help, that genuinely want help, and if given the opportunity, will use it wisely. And you have to think about those people and say, you know what, can I afford to do that? Will it really affect me to help this person where I can't afford to still live my life and enjoy my life if I do? And if the answer is yes, you can, why don't you? Give it to people who really, really deserve it, but more so who really, really will respect getting it. That's what you have to do. That's what I do. And for those that don't do it right, it's not my problem anyway, because I did my part. I did my part in helping you. What you do with it is your turn. What you do with it, that's your choice. I can't force you to do something right with the opportunity I give you. I'm just giving you the opportunity. You have to force yourself with that opportunity. You understand? So that's the way I look at it. Is that you got to think about that. Because in all honesty, some of us just don't remember where we came from and tend to forget how hard it was. And don't think about how we were given a chance by some individuals who helped us, so we should pass it on. As they say, pass it forward. Keep it moving. Because trust me, there are people out there that want to be just like you, if not better than you, and they want to have a chance like you. But more importantly, just anything, just say thank you for what you have. If you believe in God, tell God thank you. If you believe in Yahweh, tell Yahweh thank you. If you believe in Buddha, tell Buddha thank you. Whoever you believe in, just make sure and tell them thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance to enjoy my life, to get this opportunity of learning living and having a better, easier way of living. Because trust me, thank you is necessary because they could have gave it to someone else. And you don't want them to give it to someone else. You want them to allow you to still maintain and keep what you have. And sometimes we don't think about saying thank you. But that's what I thought about today. And I thought about how blessed I am. And I thought about how well I'm doing. And I thought about how I've helped others. And some have taken my help and used it wisely. And some have taken my help and has used it poorly. But either way, I thank God every day for what I have. And I thank God for everything He has given to me. And I thank God for everything He has allowed me to see and enjoy. Because without Him giving it to me, who knows where I would be today. Without Him being there to move me forward and push me on, who knows where I would end up. So I thank Him. And all I'm saying is you need to thank whoever you believe in as well. And need to move forward and count your blessings, but also help others to receive blessings. Because trust me, it's not going to hurt you to do it. And it's only going to help somebody else and make their life a whole lot different and much better just because of the little help you gave. I really can't say much, so I'm going to make this a short show today. So that's what I'm going to say. Just be blessed. Thank yourself. Thank God or Yahweh or whoever you believe in for your blessings. And just remember, pass those blessings on. Pass them on to someone else so that they can actually be blessed too. Alright, without that, I'm going to go ahead and play a song. And honestly, I normally don't play these kind of songs, but I'm like, you know what? I got to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to play Lucky 7. So I'm going to play Too Blessed by Lucky 7. You may not have heard of them. Who knows? But anyway, like I said, I changed it up a little bit. So I'm changing it up today. So here's Too Blessed by Lucky 7. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun.
One to the bag, the money I catch, you know it won't settle for less. Why? Hop on a jet, G5 and get what you see, she taking the X. My jewelry box full of flawless diamonds, emeralds in the baguette. I bought the bros was next. Running the street just flex. My gang to having baguettes. Cash around my neck. Bad bitches taking X. The checks is nevertheless. We too blessed. Never possess. It ain't no stress. Running the street just flex. My gang to having baguettes. Cash around my neck. Bad bitches taking X. The checks is nevertheless. We too blessed. Never possess. It ain't no stress.
So there you go. That was Too Blessed by Lucky 7. I know you probably never heard of him, or maybe you have. But either way, like I said, the main subject of the situation is just recall how good you are. And more so, just remember how blessed you are. And just don't take it for granted. Because like I said, there's a lot of people out there right now that wish they were in your shoes. And I've come to learn that because I've helped quite a lot of people, and the things that I just take for granted, you know, the food I buy, the bills I pay, that I just take for granted, like, this is nothing to me. They're like, oh my God, I wish I can do that. I wish I had the ability to do that, you know. And I don't even think about, like, just me buying a cell phone. Like, okay, I want a cell phone. Let me go buy a cell phone. And they're like, I can't afford that. And I'm like, what you mean? It's only, you can get a prepaid for like $40. They're like, that's too much money for me. Or to fix their car, you know, when their car breaks down. I'm like, oh, well, car broke down. Like, go to the mechanic, get it fixed. They're like, I can't afford that. And like I said, you don't think about those things. You don't think about those simple things that you easily can afford and they can't afford, you know. So that's why I said, just think about that, you know, next time. And when you see somebody you think really needs your assistance, and you might be a few bucks that you know won't do nothing for you, but will possibly do a lot for them, why not help them? You know, because you never know. You might change somebody's whole life just by a little donation that you offered. That's really not even going to do nothing for you to give away, you know. Not even going to hurt you in any way. So I'm going to let you go with that. I'm going to tell you have a great weekend, because you know today's Friday, or as I say, Friday. Yay! That should be the new thing, you know. Instead of just saying Happy Friday, just go Happy Friday. Yay! Who knows? Maybe one day I can get that going. You know, have everybody do that. Happy Friday, hey, Happy Friday, hey. You know, so anyway. So, whatever. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Don't get in too much trouble. And, of course, I'm going to try my best not to do the same, but no promises here. And, of course, I'll look forward to hearing you, or I guess seeing you listen to me Monday, as I will do my normal daily dose of shit. And who knows what Alan Cousin may think about while he's sitting his butt, or sitting his ass, that is, on the toilet. So, other than that, have a great one, and thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to your Daily Dose of Shit Talk Show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else as I take a dump on the toilet.